Okay, first things first, look at the camera and pretend like you know what you're doing. Welcome to my channel, guys. My name is Guzzle Coffee, aka Guzz Lightyear, leader of the caffeine underworld. We got a doozy for you today. Last week we discussed desserts. I'm talking pastries, I'm talking frozen desserts, I'm talking everything, and I might have made some people very, very angry. I want you to let me know in the comment section below how badly I messed this up. Also, if you do enjoy the video, a like is always appreciated, and I hear it actually raises your FPS level, so make sure to do that just before you leave today. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, we're starting off with Macarons, which I've had a few times, and honestly, I think they're completely overrated. They're not terrible. I don't think really anything on this list is terrible from the looks of it. I'm going to say D is like not edible. D is like not edible, just can't do it, can't stomach it. C is like it's not bad, you know. B is like okay. Like if it's at a family dinner, maybe we'll try it. Or no. I guess B would be like if it's like at a family dinner, like we're okay with it. We're okay with it. A is like if you see it, you're probably gonna get it, just because it's A tier. And then S tier is just like you have to get it. You have to eat it. If it's there, you have to have it. You have to have it. So I'm gonna say these are C tier. Now this, I don't know if this is just cake in general. Or is this, no, this looks like custard cake actually. It's really hard to tell because there's not really anything to associate it with. Like, I can tell this is confetti cake, but this is also confetti cake. Like, confetti cake's on here twice. So how do I feel about that? I don't know. This might be not the greatest list to go off of. I'm going to assume this is custard cake because it looks like there's filling in there, and I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say that's not vanilla cake. So we're going to assume this is custard cake. Custard cake would be like, same with macarons, if I'm completely honest. Not my favorite thing in the world. I don't want pudding in my cake. You know what? I would even, if this is custard cake, I would even put that there. Like, I would not eat it if it's there. It's not. No, it's just gross. It's pudding cake. Not a fan. It's just weird consistency. Not a fan. Cupcakes. Now we're talking. I would not say cupcakes are S tier, but I would say cupcakes are definitely A tier. Now, this really all depends on the type of cupcake. This one here looks like a red velvet cupcake, so I'm going off of that. Red velvet cupcakes, delicious, in my opinion. Cinnamon rolls. Okay, now we're talking some S tier stuff right here. This could easily drift into a B tier if it's not a well-made cinnamon bun or cinnamon roll, whatever you want to call it. Funnel cakes, beaver tail, whatever the heck you want to call it. They're pretty much the same thing. I would say this is going to be A tier, and it all depends on the toppings. Again, it depends on what is on it, because if it's well executed, it's got good topping. I would say it's close to S tier, but it's not necessarily there yet because toppings play a big part in that. This one just kind of looks like it's got chocolate sauce on it. So if it had a little bit more on it, maybe it would get lifted up, but it's just got a little bit of chocolate sauce on it. Maybe that's fudge. I'm not sure, but we'll leave it there. Crepes. Pelichinke. Oh my goodness, delicious. S tier. Done. Like, it doesn't matter what you put in a crepe. It's delicious. Like, you could put anything in a crepe and it's delicious. It's S tier. Pretzels. I'm going to put those as B. Chocolate covered pretzels. They're delicious. They're not necessarily something that I'm going to go out of my way for, but like I said, if they're at the family dinner, they're just chilling there, I'm going to take a couple and I'm going to mildly enjoy them. But yeah, cannolis. Okay, cannolis are just, they're delicious. They're going there. Yeah, I don't think there needs to be any more said about a cannoli. Cheesecake. I'm going to go with C tier. Cheesecake is good. Cheesecake is good, but if I got to put it on a tier list, I can't put it that high. All right, next we have brownies. I don't know where to put these. I'm torn. So because the majority of the brownies I've had have been A tier, I have to see Rope, you're on the same page as me. They're good, but there is definitely better out there. So I don't know what this is. This is the one thing on this whole thing that I'm just not really sure what it is. It looks like carrot cake, but I don't know. Is it like a tiramisu? Is it? It might be, actually. I don't know how to spell tiramisu. I'm not even going to try and spell that. I mean, both are right. Like carrot cake is amazing, and so is tiramisu. So, I think they're A tier. There's better out there, but they're really good. Confetti cake. Okay, this is on here twice, from the looks of it. Unless this is different from this. These two look the exact same to me. Confetti cake is B tier. So we're gonna put those side by side. Vanilla ice cream. That's going to be C tier for me, personally. There's not a lot going on there. We're going off what the picture looks like. We're not going off of just ice cream in general. Red velvet cake, that would probably be... Now, here's the thing. I put a red velvet cupcake right here in A tier. Now, this cake, I'm assuming this is red velvet cake. I would not put cake in the same tier as a cupcake. That would probably go C tier or B tier for me. Cinnamon Buds God tier. Dude, you know. Cake is lower tier than cupcakes to me. I might even lower these three. I am not a cake guy. I like cupcakes, but I'm not a cake guy. All right, s'mores. S'mores I would say are A tier. They're s'mores. Like, there's nothing really like them. Now, I have had these one things. They were like these s'more squares. Those things, definitely S tier. Definitely S tier. Strawberry ice cream and maybe bubblegum ice cream. Looks like sorbet. Oh, good call. Good call. See, okay. I remember going to the beach as a kid, and we used to go to the ice creams, the little ice cream hut there. But we had this, it was this red raspberry sorbet. And I tell you, guys, that is, in my opinion, it was literally one of the best experiences I ever had with a dessert. And I still remember it to this day. And I've had it since, and it continues to give me that same experience. This was superior iced dessert, okay? Rice Krispie Squares next. Rice Krispie Squares, I would say, are B tier, personally. If they're you're at a bake sale, you might pick them up. You might not. If they're there, they're great. They're common. They're so common. You can get them anywhere. Those are B tier. I might even shift these down to C tier. I don't know. Sometimes they can be really freaking hard. And it's like just trying to eat a brick. All right, a donut. If this was like an apple fritter, I would treat this a little bit different. This guy here, he's going to be a B. He's going to be a B tier. He's a donut. He's a simple donut. He's great. He's delicious. He's great in a pinch. You're on your way to work. You need a nice little bump of sugar. Donuts got your back. They always will. They always have. You give me like some sort of fritter. You give me some powder with some jelly fill. Give me something more. I'd give it more. We have a friend. We have a new visitor. Hi, handsome. This looks decadent. This looks super, in my opinion, this looks too sweet for me. I know some of y'all might be seeing this and thinking this looks so good. This looks delicious. To me, this looks disgusting. This looks like a little bit too much. This is going down here. I don't know what it is. I don't want to know what it is. Just looks disgusting to me. We got a banana split. Now this is, this is up there. It's up there. But it's not the bee's knees, cat's pajamas. That's going to go A tier. Moving on. We have fudge. I am sorry if you guys like fudge. I despise fudge. I think it's pretty gross. It's just too sweet. It's too much. It's just, no. I've seen people eat like a brick of it, and it just blows my mind. I'm sorry. This is apple pie. This guy here. It's either apple pie or like some sort of strawberry rhubarb or like something along those lines. And that's going in S tier. If it's a well, like, look at this fucking pie, guys. I don't even need a warm. You can give me that thing cold, and I'll devour that whole damn thing. Okay? You give me a pie. I don't care, hot, cold. I don't care if it has anything on it. This is a apple pie, a strawberry rhubarb pie. I don't give a shit. One of those, I am eating it. Cold, hot, I don't care. Delicious, S tier. Churros. Oh my goodness, churros. We went to Mexico, and there was churros there. Now, these were some of the best desserts I've ever had. Oh my goodness, Thomas, what are you doing? You're using me as a jungle gym. It'll blow your mind, guys. It'll blow your minds. Okay, if you haven't had a good churro, you need to find one. Because if you have a good churro, that's an S tier dessert right there. A chocolate chip cookie. These cookies have let me down so many times. These cookies have both been highs and they have both been lows. And when they're lows, they are very low. If you have a hard chocolate chip cookie, it ruins your whole spirit of what a chocolate chip cookie is. And I would say a majority of the chocolate chip cookies I've had would probably B tier. I have had an S tier chocolate chip cookie, but that was a once in a lifetime experience, and you don't get those many times. We have pumpkin pie. Now, guys, I'm a sucker for pies. Let's go in S tier as well. Pie is life. Yes, Al, I agree. Cake is down here. Pie is way up here. Way up there. This just looks like Halloween candy. That's D tier. But pie, you put a pie in front of me, I am absolutely going to annihilate it. Frozen yogurt is great. Frozen yogurt with some berries on it. That's not how I do my froyo. This is C tier simply. It's okay. It's good. If you're like, you just finished a marathon or something, you get to the finish line, they're like, do you want some froyo? I'll take the fucking froyo. Popsicles, but like on a majority C tier. It's got to be very specific flavors. I don't like all the flavors, but when I do, like those rockets, you gave me a rocket here with like the blue, the white, and the red. That'd be a little bit higher. That would definitely be higher. That's a cupcake in a cup, I think. That's a thing? What would you rate this cupcake in a cup? I've never had one before. For me, it would be, I don't know, a cupcake in a cup. Okay, is there icing inside this thing? Like, it's layered, right? There's icing in here, right? It's not just a cupcake in a cup, literally, is it? Like, I want icing. There better be icing in there. I was thinking this was a place that you went, and it was like a frozen yogurt place, and like they'd make it for you. I was getting excited. I was like, oh my goodness, we need these in the Great White North. We don't have those. I have to put them a little bit lower than the typical cupcake, which would be A tier. The B tier, it's the scraps, it's the leftovers. There's a reason it's in a cup. That concludes our tier list here. If you made it this far, you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you want to see more, make sure to check me out on twitch.tv/guzzlecoffee. See you there. Have a great evening. Bye. Yeah, like it's over now. Once you understand how they fight, they have no chance.